My prettiest Perdita, but oh, the thorns we stand upon! Camillo, preserver of my father, now with me, the medicine of our house, how shall we do? We are not furnished like Bohemia's son, nor shall appear in Sicilia. My lord, fear none of this. I think you know my fortunes do all lie there. It shall be so my care to have you royally appointed, as if the scene you play were mine. For instance, sir, that you may know you shall not want one word. Ha ha! What a fool honesty is, and trust is so sworn brother. A very simple gentleman, I have sold all my trumpery. Not a counterfeit stone, not a ribbon, glass, pomander, brooch, table, book, belt, knife, tape, glove, shoe tie, bracelet, horn ring, to keep my pack from fasting. They throng who should buy first, as if my trinkets had been hollowed and brought a benediction to the buyer, by which means I saw whose purse was best in picture, and what I saw no to my good use I remembered. My clown, who wants but something to be a reasonable man, grew so in love with the wench's song that he would not stir his patitos till he had both tune and words, which so drew the rest of the herd to me that all their other senses stuck in ears. You might have pinched a placket, and it was senseless. 'Twas nothing to geld a codpiece of a purse. I would have filed keys off that hung in chains, no hearing, no feeling but my sir's song, and admiring the nothing of it, so that in this time of lethargy I picked and cut most of their festival purses, and had not the old man come in with a hubbub against his daughter and the king's son, and scared my choffs from the chef, I had not left a purse alive in the whole army. Nay, but my letters, by this means being there so soon as you arrived, shall clear that doubt, and those that you'll procure from King Leontes shall satisfy your father. Happy be you, all that you speak shows fair. Who have we here? We'll make an instrument of this, omit nothing may give us aid. If they have overheard me now, why hanging? How now, good fellow, why shakest thou so? Fear not, man, he's no harm intended to thee. I'm a poor fellow, sir. Why be so still? Here's nobody will steal that from thee. Yet for the outside of thy poverty, we must make an exchange. Therefore, discase thee instantly. Thou must think there's a necessity in it, and change garments with this gentleman. Though the pennyworth on his side be the worst, yet hold thee there's some boot. I'm a poor fellow, sir. I know ye well enough. Nay, prithee, dispatch, the gentleman is half flayed already. Are you in earnest, sir? I smell the trick on it. Dispatch, I prithee. Indeed I have had earnest, but I cannot with conscience take it. Unbuckle, unbuckle, fortunate mistress, let my prophecy come home to ye. You must retire yourself into some covert. Take your sweetheart's hat, and pluck at all your brows, muffle your face, dismantle you, and as you can dislike in the truth of your own seeming, that you may, for I do fear, eyes over, to shipboard, get undescried. I see the play so lies that I must bear a part. No remedy. Have you done there? Should I now meet my father, he would not call me son. Nay, you shall have no hat. Come, lady, come. Farewell, my friend. Adieu, sir. Oh, Perdita, what have we twain forgot? What, pray you, a word. What I do next shall be to tell the king of this escape, and whither they are bound, wherein my hope is shall so prevail to force him after, in whose company I shall review Cecilia, for whose sight I have a woman's longing. Fortune speed us. Thus we set on, Camillo, to the seaside. The swifter speed, the better. I understand the business, I hear it. To have an open ear, a quick eye, and a nimble hand is necessary for a cut purse. A good nose is requisite also, to smell out work for the other senses. I see this is the time that the unjust man doth thrive. What an exchange had this been without boot? Without boot is here. With this exchange shall the gods do this year connive at us, and we may do anything extempore. The prince himself is about a piece of iniquity, stealing away from his father with his clog at his heels. If I thought it were a piece of honesty to acquaint the king withal, I would not do it. I hold it the more knavery to conceal it, and therein am I constant to my profession. Aside. Here is more matter for a hot brain. Every lane's end, every shop, church, session, hanging yields a careful man work. See what a man you are now. There is no other way but to tell the king she's a changeling, and none of your flesh and blood. Nay, but hear me. Nay, but hear me. Go to them. She being none of your flesh and blood has not offended the king, and so your flesh and blood is not to be punished by him. Show those things you found about her, those secret things, all but what she has with her. This being done, let the law go whistle. I warrant you, I will tell the king all, every word, yea, and his son's pranks too, who, I may say, is no honest man neither to his father nor to me, to go about to make me the king's brother-in-law. Indeed, brother-in-law was the farthest off you could have been to him, and then your blood hath been the dearer, but I know how much an ounce. Very wisely, puppies. Well, let us to the king. There is that in this fardel will make him scratch his beard. I know not what impediment this complaint may be to the flight of my master. Pray heartily he be at peace, Pallas. Though I am not naturally honest, I am so sometimes by chance. Let me pocket up my peddler's excrement. How now, rustics, whither are you bound? To the palace, and it like your worship? Your affairs there, what, with whom? The condition of that fardel